Hollywood coming into the country because they're feeding the content supply. Because we don't have that many films to run the theatres, A. Secondly, our films must travel across Pakistan's borders. Because we don't have, even if we have enough screens in Pakistan, they're not enough. Films are very expensive to make. They're not enough for any profit or normal recoupment of cost. Okay, so for films to travel, they need to have enough of a taste that international audiences like it, not just Pakistan. Which means it's very important not to make Bollywood knockoffs, because you're never going to do Bollywood better than Bollywood. So what I'm trying to say is you need to really focus on what your Pakistani brand of cinema is going to be, which means you need to make all types of films, but you need to focus on original storytelling and story. You're absolutely right. It's all about story. There's so many stories in Pakistan. I mean, there's a reason why Iranian cinema is so strong. There's a reason why they're winning Oscars and getting nominated. You know, why? Where's all the sex and the item numbers in Iranian cinema? Every woman's wearing a hijab in an Iranian film, you know. So our mentality is like we're confused. We don't know. We're so overwhelmed with Bollywood. And that's okay. I mean, we're not that different in culture, I feel, you know. So I'm from India, so we feel, okay, yeah. But there's that overlap. But in order, we need to understand we cannot do Bollywood better than Bollywood, so we need to embrace that and understand to make different types of films. So there should be a Var, there should be a Josh, there should be a Zindabad. So every year, we should not say कि नहीं जी Var चली थी तो आप या मैं हूँ शायद अफरीदी में item number था तो इसमें भी होना चाहिए, you know. That is the mentality I'm scared of, and that is what happens though, because all the financiers are only seeing dollar signs, you know. So I don't know, it's a long-winded answer, but I hope that gives you some insight.
We are actually privileged. We have Malala in the audience too, so I'm sure there's a burning question out there, Malala.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that I'm here, and first of all, I'm saying Assalamu Alaikum to all of you. And it was a great honor for me to watch such a great movie, because it has a message to everyone all over the world, and especially in Pakistan and in the rural areas. And especially for women to raise their voice and to speak up for their rights, and to tell people that you don't need a gun, you don't need something else to become a powerful. Your freedom of speech and your voice has the power. So I'm really inspired by this movie, and I would tell everyone to watch it, because it's necessary for our life that we know about other people as well, because we are living a happy life, or we go to school daily and then come back home, eat, do homework, etc. But we don't know about the real life that people are living in these villages. So it's a good message to tell people. And also there are so many organizations that are working to help people in such circumstances. So it's also a good message to them as well. And thank you so much for highlighting these issues, because some people cannot even speak for this. So when you speak, you are contributing a lot to this, and you are struggling. And I believe that if you want to achieve a goal of peace or freedom or of equality in our society, or of justice in our society, then everyone has to contribute in it. It does not only depend on the politician or the journalist, it depends on every person, like the musicians, like artists, like directors and producers and actors. It depends on every person in a society. So I'm really thankful to you. And I don't have a question.
Thank you for your comments. Thank you, sorry, for your comments. I think that it's absolutely right. But, you know, I also feel that the audiences have a huge part in it. And I think that the signal has always been with distributors that, you know, there isn't an audience for such films. And I agree. I don't say there isn't an audience. I say there's a niche audience. And there is, you know, and so we're not crazy. That's why you don't spend, like, so much money on a film of a certain subject matter, because you need to be mindful of what the audiences are, right? So you as a filmmaker have to be mindful of that too. But yeah, any other questions?